Hello and a warm welcome to the 2024 edition of MCX IPF Comquest in partnership with ET Now. Comquest is back with its 6th edition and it continues to promote understanding of the commodity derivatives market among students and young individuals. Now, for those of you who are unfamiliar with Comquest, fear not, because on this episode, we'll provide an overview of what Comquest entails. Let's take a look. Commodities have long been integral to our daily lives. From gold, silver and steel to cotton, cardamom and crude oil. They are present in every aspect of our existence. Recognizing this significance, MCX IPF embarked on a journey 5 years ago by introducing a quiz contest aimed at enriching the understanding and awareness of commodity derivative markets among students and young individuals. Known as Comquest, this initiative provides newcomers with a platform to explore the various opportunities within commodity trading through exchange-related commodity derivatives. Amandeep playing it very aggressive. As part of the ongoing awareness campaign, MCX IPF Comquest 2024 seeks to promote literacy among youth in the expanding commodity market landscape. We got an opportunity to speak to some of the previous edition's winners, and here's what they had to say about the platform.
We would like to thank MCX for such a nice experience and for giving us this exposure and making us come all the way to Mumbai for this competition. Thanks a lot.
Well, frankly speaking, I always had a thrill of trading in commodity markets in MCX. But this actually gave me thrill of quizzing. It was way excited as well as nervous, and it was really good experience for me.
We would really like to thank MCX for providing us with this platform because commodities is one of the segments in finance that is really underserved, and people really rarely know about what is happening in the commodities market.
Throughout this journey, I've learned a lot about derivatives, I've learned a lot about commodities, I've learned about how different exchanges throughout the world work and how do they trade. So the journey has been very fulfilling for me, and I think that the experience that I wanted to get was provided by MCX to me.
I'm really thrilled to be the second runner-up in this MCX Comquest 2023, and I want to thank MCX for their support throughout the journey, and they're very helpful to us regarding the education part and bringing us to this platform so that we can share our knowledge with the world.
It feels really great. It was quite a tough competition, or in a national final. Being here and participating in the nationals, it was quite tough, but I'm happy that I came out second.
Hello everyone, this is Kripakar J. Rao. It is with immense gratitude and humility that I stand before you today as the winner of MCX Comquest 2022. The journey has been nothing short of exhilarating for me, from almost zero knowledge on the commodities market to reaching its state of winning this competition. Participating in MCX Comquest has not only tested my knowledge on the commodities market, but it made me realize how essential commodities are in daily life and even in the healthy functioning of an economy.
Hi, this is Rakshit Sharma, the winner of MCX Comquest 2023. Overall, this competition gave me great exposure, and it has enhanced my knowledge and it has improved my interest in this field of commodity and commodity derivative markets. And I wish to see many such Comquest editions in the coming years, and all the best to all the future participants.
It's now time for the 6th edition of MCX IPF Comquest, and it promises to be bigger and better than ever before. Now I'm joined by two distinguished guests. Allow me to first introduce them. We have Rashmi Nilani, she's the VP ISD IPF at MCX, and we're also joined by DG Praveen, who's the Chief Risk Officer at MCX. Thank you, Rashmi. Thank you, Praveen, for being here today. Let's kickstart our conversation. Rashmi, I'd like to start off with you. IPF, Investor Protection Fund. What is that? Why does MCX have that? Just tell us a little bit about that.
So, Sumit, the purpose of setting up IPF is actually a regulatory mandate. It is across all market infrastructure institutions, very popularly known as MIIs now. So, each MII has to have a certain corpus of IPF through which, a lot of the claims of defaulter members are settled. But a very other important function of having IPF is the interest income that you get from the corpus, again by regulatory mandate, has to be utilized for investor awareness. Now, this investor awareness could be via media, could be via doing events, largely to educate the world or, people across India, I would rather say, from the financial literacy perspective. They need to understand that how markets function, They need to have a better understanding of, derivative markets, financial markets, so that they can make very sound judgments when they are, when they're investing in these markets. So this is one of the larger purposes of having IPF, and of course the utilization of the interest income that, the MIs would earn from the IPF.
Right. And that's fantastic, Rashmi, because it's so important that the correct kind of information goes out to the people. And now with social media, there's always the good side and the bad side, but the other flip side is also that there's so many people out there who might not be educated enough, and they're calling themselves experts. So it's great that institutions are giving out the right kind of information to viewers, to people that participate in the markets. Praveen, now coming to you, the 6th edition of MCX IPF Comquest. We're very excited about it. But take us back to the start. How did the journey start? How did you come up with the idea of Comquest under MCX IPF?
Yeah, it is really exciting for us also for the 6th edition of Conquest. And it all started in 2019 when really we wanted to take the market closer to the hearts of the students. So the idea that we have popped in is like the quiz, the national-wide quiz program, because that is first of its kind in the commodities markets. So this is for any quiz, that is where the question takes, or you can say that the question meets knowledge. That is the place where it meets. And if you look at it, it is every question, like if you come out with any question, if the question is very challenging, the answer is going to be more informative. Yeah. And this is what is going to percolate the knowledge to the participants. The spirit of the challenge, if you look at it, the spirit of knowledge, it drives the pursuit of knowledge. That is what is important. And then we have come out with this conquest. The conquest, in other words, or what it means for us is, I can say that it is the curiosity where it meets the pursuit of knowledge. That is how we look at it. So then we have come out with this conquest, and rest is history. When we started, I think the journey, like it is about 60 institutions have participated. And initially we wanted to go for a big bang approach where we wanted to have a national level competition rather than going for any particular city or state. So that approach, initially we were doubting whether to what scale we can able to do that one. But the kind of response that we have been seen or witnessed to is very encouraging. And we all know that the COVID has come. That is where we thought, can we able to pursue this year? That is when, in fact, we got the calls from the students.
Wow.
The people who have participated or the colleges, they have approached us. And they said that, when is the program is going to be conducted? So then we thought that, okay, if everyone is going live and other thing, why can't we do it online? In fact, the response has doubled what we have seen offline.
Yeah, absolutely, Praveen. The journey has been fantastic, and I've seen so much of enthusiasm with all the students over the years. It's really exciting. Rashmi, like what Praveen also said and you also said earlier, it's a educational initiative, Comquest, I'm specifically talking about that. Your thoughts on because at the end it's an educational initiative. How have you seen in your interaction with some of these students, seeing the actual initiatives earlier, what goes on in your mind? What are your thoughts about Comquest?
So to begin with, I feel that, there is a wider knowledge amongst the students. If one were to look at it vis-a-vis from commodity market perspective, there is a better understanding of the more traditional segments like stocks, bonds, debt markets. And this was an area where we felt that, the students need to come up. They need to have a better understanding of, how the commodity markets function. India is a very quote-unquote commodity integrated market. And therefore, it was important that the student community also understood that how these markets function. So over the years, obviously, the number of students who have been participating, of course, have grown. Very heartening, it's very heartening to see the number of women that have actually entered, this particular segment. The way commodity markets has grown, so has the knowledge amongst the students, and we just want to continue increasing that amongst the entire youth population that we have.
That's a very important point. On the other side, we'll continue our conversation with Rashmi Hilani and Praveen DG. Stay tuned. Rashmi, I want to talk to you a little bit about what we were discussing earlier. Like you said that, people might have more knowledge about stocks, about debt markets, but commodities actually are an integral part of our lives. We use them day in, day out. We just don't realize it. So just your thoughts on the way ahead or the scope or, the commodity derivatives market. What are your thoughts behind that? First to you and then I'll come to Praveen as well.
The primary function is price discovery and risk management. Unless you know the right price of the commodity that you're trading in, or even if it is not a part of an exchange, but it's something that you're buying and selling on a regular basis, you do not have a benchmark at what price you really need to pick up that particular commodity. Therefore, the importance of commodities is from a price discovery and a risk management perspective. If you're from the industry, where you are on a regular basis buying certain commodities, you definitely need to protect yourself from any volatility that would come into, system, because the prices are on a regular basis, moving up and down. There are huge swings that come into the market, and therefore price risk management becomes a very imperative or a important part of your business.
Right.
Therefore, the function of commodities is to help you from both of these aspects, which is price discovery and risk management.
Praveen, if you'd like to add to that.
Yeah, definitely. I think Rashmi has come out with the right points like price risk management and the price discovery. These are the two essential elements of any commodities market. But to start, it is like the commodities markets are the one really has begun. It is what has led to the development of other markets. And you all can know that it is like barter system. That is what has started all about. Okay, subsequently, we all know that what gold standard is all. So this is where the commodities has played a very pivotal role in different times. In fact, even today, it plays a very significant role. And even the students are very much aware of it. It is like that today they know that it is like an integral part of, that means you have multiple asset classes and commodities an integral part to it. Okay, but interesting part really I can see that where I think the woman is leading the men is like, I was asking a very simple question to a boy who was asking, like he was also a contestant in this conquest, like, okay, so what kind of oil you use for cooking. So while he could able to tell everything, he can speak about the markets well and everything. It's like when it comes to really what is being used in the kitchen, that is where actually the woman is taking the lead, and that is where they know about the gold and they know about the edible oil and other things. So yes, it is like we as an Indian, in fact, we have taken a lead in that one. In the commodities, of course, as again, we still see that there will be a promising growth for this market, and it is an integral element. That is what nobody can miss out. And this is where actually student, because the student for them, it is like the areas where they can come in.
Right.
Or because where do they see themselves as they become the professionals over the period of time. Like the ecosystem is much broader. You have one side, you have the value chain of the commodities.
Right.
You have the warehousing, you have the assaying, you have the traders, you have the importers, exporters, manufacturers, producers, many. At the same time, you see that one, the kind of players who are in the financial market, you again see them in this commodities market. That means the market is much broader, the avenue is bigger, the ecosystem is broader. That is where actually the students have. That means this is a market really they have to reckon and they have to look at it. It is not a market where they can't ignore it. Right. That is how I look at it.
That's the aim of initiatives like Comquest, that is spreading the word out there. Rashmi, can you tell me a little bit more about some other educational initiatives taken by MCX IPF?
So, Sumit, we do a lot of videos. I just told you that the importance of price risk management and price discovery. So we do a lot of videos educating the markets about how important it is to manage price risk from your business perspective. We do a lot of videos. We do a lot of knowledge sharing series for students or even for investors, for them to understand that what are the ways to avoid pitfalls of these markets also. So we do a lot of knowledge series from an investor perspective, educating the world in terms of how they need to safeguard themselves from these aspects. And then again, we also do a lot of student initiatives in the sense where we go to colleges, we do events for them to make them understand that how commodity markets function, what's the importance of commodity markets. We also try and make them understand that if you were to start trading, then what are the safeguards that you need to take once you move out of college, you have some investable sum. And therefore, why you need to be very careful once you begin your trading journey in the commodity markets. The other thing that we try and do certain education initiatives is that commodity markets are very global. They're very integrated. Commodities have a lot of geopolitical issues that could come into place. So if you were to look at oil, you were to look at gold or any of the other commodities, because the price discovery is often international, there would be a lot of impact from the international markets. So even if you are based in India, you're trading here, the international prices could have very, very strong impact. And therefore, we try and educate them to understand the fundamentals of these commodities so that they know, or more, I would say, more armed with information before they begin their journey.
Very helpful. I'm sure you're getting some great positive responses from there. Praveen, last question as we wrap up. 6th edition of MCX IPF Comquest. What's in store this year? Tell us what our viewers can look forward to.
Yeah, like I said in the beginning, it's really exciting for us as we go for the finale. And in fact, this is different from what we have done before. And first, I can say that from offline, we have come online back to the offline, and this is again different, and it is a step forward. And I can say that this time we have made this conquest more inclusive while making it zonal. 4 zonals finale we have conducted were like East, West, North, and the South, and the response has been encouraging. In fact, we have conducted the programs very much within the campuses so that the other students also can able to witness to what is happening. So what we have done is initially we thought the kind of work we see is, while we have been doing all these 5 years only national level, we thought that why can't we take a step deeper and we see that what kind of the response we can able to get it from the zonal levels. So we approached different colleges, and in fact, the kind of support they have rendered is also equally good. In fact, that could not be possible without their support. They all have been part of this zonal finals. In fact, they all have made this one to happen, and in fact, we have successfully concluded all the 4 zonal finales. When we started with 60 institutions, and this year we could able to clock 485 institutions.
Wow.
And the students is about roughly around 7,000 students have participated in this program.
Wow, fantastic. So that's great progress, and I definitely wish more and more progress to Comquest and to the entire team at MCX IPF. Well, thank you so much, Rashmi, and thank you so much, Praveen, for that insightful discussion. That's all the time that we have on this special episode, but stay tuned to the space as we'll be bringing you the 6th edition of MCX IPF Comquest right here on ET Now. Thank you so much for watching.